Susie Hileman. She brought her 9-year-old neighbor, Christina Green, to the event to meet Congresswoman Giffords. Christina was killed in the attack. Susie was injured. Bill Hileman, Susie's husband, joins us once again from Tucson this morning. Bill, it's good to have you back with us.
Thank you, Erica. It's good to be with you.
You were there in court with Susie yesterday, as we heard from John. She was gripping your hand. Why did you both feel that you needed to be there to see Jared Loughner?
A couple of reasons, Erica. First off, we just thought we should be representing both our town and the other victims who couldn't make it. I think more so, though, Susie's been made aware that she will be a witness, both in the federal and the state cases once that's brought later on. And as much as anything, we wanted to desensitize her to being in the same room with Loughner. We knew that that would be an emotional issue for all of us. And it thought when we could do it with a more just passively watching, it would be a good way to get used to the environment and just being in the same space with him.
What was it like to be in that space? John mentioned he was smiling at some points.
I'm sure we all have our own subjective reactions to it. As a husband of someone who was hurt, I admit to having all kinds of emotional reactions to the fact of him and being in the same space with him. I think the reason that there were a lot of U.S. Marshals were there was probably to protect all of us from some of our baser instincts yesterday. It's very strange being in the same room, but for me personally, it was good to again recognize that this is just a fairly small, insignificant guy who at this point is really no threat to anybody. And seeing his countenance and the way he behaved yesterday, I think did a lot to demystify anything about him that may have been we may have been conjuring in our minds. You
told me once, not long after this happened, that you were kind of surprised, but at one point you realized that you weren't even really thinking about him.
I had gotten together early with Mark Kelly and John Green and I, and all of us were comparing notes on a variety of aspects of this thing. And we did at the time realize that none of us were giving any mind space to the shooter. I think with the legal proceedings getting started, we're now at a new chapter there, and it was time to confront the fact of him a little more directly, which is what we were intending to do yesterday. And I think we came away from that experience very comfortable that we will have no problem with Susie's ongoing role in the legal proceedings.
You mentioned one of the reasons you were there was for some of the other victims, for the community. You've spoken several times about the strength of the community of Tucson, about the very close relationship you have with Christina Green's family, Christina Taylor Green's family. How is the community doing this morning, 2 months in?
I would say A+. There are any number of causes that have sprung up in Christina's name and in that of the other victims to try to memorialize them in a positive way. There was a park just dedicated a week before to Christina's name here locally in our neighborhood, drew about 250 people, and was just a wonderful chance for us to all gather and yet again share the feelings of this event. I know we continue to be supported with dinner being delivered every night by neighbors, and we're getting housework done for free and yard work done for free, and the mails and the email and the mails keep pouring in. The support remains absolutely phenomenal in our community.
We only have time for a yes or no, but would it bother you at all if in this competency hearing, for some reason, Jared Loughner is not found fit to stand trial?
It wouldn't bother me to the extent I don't believe that would likely be a permanent situation. I know that if that were to occur, he can be rehabbed so that the trial could take place later. It's just a matter of patience.
Bill Hileman, we appreciate you being with us, and please give our best to Susie. And I know there's a lot of good news in your family as well. Your daughter just got engaged, so happy that you have lots of positive things to focus on.
Thank you. That's absolutely true, and we're very thrilled about that. Thanks, Erica.
Bill Hileman joining us this morning from Tucson.